Hey guys, Anthony Ace Michaels is back from bestsportspickstoday.com. Make sure you go over there and check out the top handicappers and also go check out the top sportsbook section. I go through a bunch of sports books there. I went over 30 something different kind of sports books and I put the best ones that I like, the best with the best promos, an easy breakdown, easy to read. Go check it out. Make sure you get your free money. Looking at last week, 2-1, not too bad. Still looking for that 3-0. We got spoiled with the 3-0s early in the contest in the weeks here. Back-to-back 2-1 weeks. Not a bad one though. Not 2-1 is better than 1-2, better than 0-3. So let's keep cashing in that money. We started out with the Pittsburgh Steelers last week. Great pick. Just at home, a team that is really hard to beat at home, going against a rookie quarterback. Didn't think Tomlin would lose this game. It was a little bit closer than I thought, but we still cashed in. And then looking at the other game that we won on was the Eagles over the Cowboys. Kind of weird coaching style there. Just kind of scratching my head on certain decisions made down the end of that road. But the Eagles did pull off the win. That's the main thing, guys. So we -3, we won by 5. And then the only loss was the Rams again. 2 weeks in a row, the Rams got us. Didn't know that Stafford wasn't playing. I didn't get a questionable or anything like that. Should have dug in a little bit deeper into this. But, that being said, it's on me. The Rams could have easily won that game if Stafford was playing. The Green Bay just kind of looks awful. They did get the win there. But looking ahead to this week, got 3 more picks for you. I actually got my tickets here, and I'm starting to put my bets in too. I usually go Wednesday to put them in. But I'm going to start doing them on Tuesday. This way I'll have the sheet here. I got my points bet sheet here. A lot easier to read. Got my bets in. So let's get to the first game here. The first game I like is the Cleveland Browns at the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens -6. They won 28-3 the last time the Ravens did in Cleveland. I think that this time around it's going to be a little bit different story. These two teams usually play a fairly close game. And for that first game to be a blowout earlier in the season, we see what Cleveland's defense is doing, and we see what Baltimore Ravens' offense is doing. This is going to be a true test for them. Both teams here. I like it to be a close game here, and that being said, a close game. Take the 6 points. I'm taking the Cleveland Browns and the 6 point for my first pick. Second one, another noon game. So we're going to have 3 noon games here. So let's cash in that money early, guys, on Sunday. The 49ers at the Jacksonville Jaguars. 49ers -3 on the road. You're -3, you're on the road, you're coming off a 3-game losing streak after going undefeated and favorites to win the Super Bowl. But they got it right, guys. Vegas pegged this one exactly the way I thought it was going to be. I looked ahead to this game. Both teams coming off the bye week here. Both coaches stellar. I can't see the 49ers team losing 4 in a row. If they do, we got to go with them the next week. But that being said, 49ers here, got to turn it around. Another good team coming off a bye week. Not that Jacksonville Jaguars are not. Jacksonville's been playing out of their mind. But if you look at the way they're down the stretch, they're really not scoring a lot of points in the third and fourth quarter. And these are going to be important in this game. It's not going to be one of those blowout games that they're used to. Yeah, I like the 49ers here, -3. That's kind of what I'm going to go with here. I like them as a strong play. Last game that I like in the top 3, Green Bay Packers at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Speaking of Green Bay Packers, they just haven't had anything going for them. They came off a bye looking lousy. They still got the win, but going into Pittsburgh, Jordan Love going against the Pittsburgh defense, the terrible towels are flying. I know that Pittsburgh's not the best team that we see on offense especially, but they're one of the best defensive teams, especially at home. It's really hard for me to go against them. They're -3. They're leaning at 3.5 here at PointsBet Sportsbook. You could shop around and get that 3. I actually got the 3. I locked it in. I like the Pittsburgh Steelers -3 here at home. I do think that it could be closer than people think. At a 38 point total here, usually when these numbers go into the lower 30s is when you take the points. But being at 38, I like the Green Bay Packers losing this game. I would call it, if I had to, it could be one of those defensive touchdown Pittsburgh Steeler games. We see a lot of those. We see a lot of those at home against below average quarterbacks, especially. If I had to peg it, I'd say like 22-11. So those are my 3 picks, guys. Let's try to cash in on those. Also, we'll go through some of these games here. Thursday night, the Carolina Panthers at the Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears -3.5. The Chicago Bears should not be -3.5 against anybody. That being said, I'll take the Bears -3.5. It's unsure if Fields is going to play. If Fields plays, it's a no-brainer here. If he doesn't play, they could kind of squeak out this win. Not a game I'm going to play. I'm going to have my Bears jersey on and enjoy this game. The Colts at the Patriots. Colts -1. This is a tough game here. Not a game that I would touch with a 10-foot pole, but I would lean towards the Patriots here at home. Saints at Vikings. Saints -2.5 on the road. Vikings would normally be the favorite here. Their quarterback did come out pretty good here that they picked up on a 4 or 5 day notice. I like the Vikings here at home. Take the points. It's tough to win over there. Texans at the Bengals was going to be one of my top plays. I like the Bengals. I like what they're doing. Texas is really impressing me. Got me changing my mind about them. They look good also. I seen the Cincinnati Bengals at -6.5. And then I seen it at 7, so I kind of stayed away from it because I don't like that touchdown game. I do think the Bengals will win this game. Don't be surprised if it's a little bit closer than you think. Tennessee at the Buccaneers. Tennessee Titans and Tampa Bay Buccaneers -1. Tampa Bay. All right. This is a game maybe that the rookie could come out and win here. I like the Tennessee Titans on the road. Atlanta Falcons in the first late game against the Arizona Cardinals. Falcons -1. Wow. I don't like what I'm seeing at all with the Arizona Cardinals, and I wasn't a big fan of the Atlanta Falcons like I told you from the beginning. But in this case here, I'm leaning definitely at the Atlanta Falcons -1. The Lions at the Chargers. Tricky game here. Lions -1.5. I seen it go to 2. I seen it at 2.5. So if you're going to take the Lions, I would try to lock it in soon. Lions coming off a bye. Chargers looking pretty damn good against a lousy team on a short rest. Tough game here, but I like the Lions coming off the bye. I would take the money line here. Washington Commanders at Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks -6.5. Way too many points. I know Seattle's at home. They got a good record. They're not as good as their record shows. Ron Rivera usually plays well in these games. Give me 1 second. Got to show you something. I don't have it here. But I did, I've been collecting jerseys my whole life. I have hundreds of jerseys. And the guys either get traded or whatever. Like Garoppolo, I got that one in the mail. But I got a new one in the mail, and it says Riverboat Ron on the back. And, I'm going to stick with that. I think Riverboat Ron, I'll have that jersey on. I like the Commanders here, man. 6.5 points. I think they could win this game. Giants at the Cowboys. Cowboys -17. Jesus Christ. The Cowboys should not be -17 against anybody with Dak Prescott at quarterback. It's a rivalry game, man. Take the Giants in the points. Hope for the best. They're not going to play as bad as they did last week. Jets at the Raiders. Jets -1.5 on the road. Oh, my God. I seen what the Raiders did. Coaching, they did a 180 here. I like the Raiders in the Sunday night game. Take the points. Monday night, Broncos at Bills. Bills minus 7.5. You know, Broncos are one of these teams, we don't know who we're going to get out of them. And the Bills are not who they thought they were. But 7.5 points is too much. I like the Denver Broncos here. Not a game I'll be playing, but over a touchdown is usually where I'll be leaning on a Monday night. All right, guys. Anthony Ace Michaels cashing out here. Hopefully everybody keeps cashing in. We're 15-3 since we've been putting our money on these games. Week 4 till now, like we said from the beginning. So that's putting you at a pretty good clip here. I'm not sure how much you're betting. If you bet $100, you won $1,500. You're down $330. So you're at a pretty good clip there at a little bit under $1,200. Which is really good. Some of those bigger players giving me the thumbs up. Thanks for the tips, guys. I appreciate it. Not necessary, but I do appreciate it. I will see you guys next week, and let's keep cashing in.